Well, here we are again, radio entrepreneurs and a new segment. And my name is JDavis, and we continue to stream stories of entrepreneurship, leadership, how people are dealing with the economy, family businesses, nonprofits, startups. We get it all. Over 7,000 interviews. And I'll tell you, it's just great way to learn about business and how people are dealing with this economy. I'm lucky to be joined today by one of my favorite co-hosts, Evan Macedo, Sapers and Wallack, our CFO reporter. Welcome back, Evan.
Jeffrey, two shows in one day. It's a pleasure to be back here again.
Poor you, and I know you'll be through it soon. You just take two Advil and call me in the morning. And, and we are joined by one first timer and one veteran with my consulting firm, especially Mage. Always excited to see Margaret Burke's face, managing director, and first timer Casey Blake, COO at Kolibri Law Firm Management. Welcome, everyone, and especially just because I know you, welcome back, Margaret.
Thank you. We're so happy to be here.
Nice to see you.
Well, nice to see you as well. So, do you want to start off again by telling our listeners what Kolibri does?
Sure, absolutely. Casey, do you want me to jump in?
And then sure. You can.
Yep. Okay. So, at Kolibri, we provide fractional law firm management to law firms. So what that means is we work with firms that do not have someone on staff that has solid experience managing law firms. And we come in on a fractional basis, become part of the team, and manage the business for the attorneys we work with.
Great. And I know that you guys were our guests last summer. And Casey, you were not the COO last summer. So congratulations on that big promotion there.
Thank you.
What I wanted to ask you guys is, your company's been changing, it's been evolving, the economy's been changing and evolving. Can you give us some updates of what has happened since we last spoke to you last year?
Yeah, I'll start there. I'd love to pop in and say, thank you, first of all. I appreciate that, Evan. Thank you so much. So since last time we spoke, we've really distilled our focus on what is going to make the most helpful impact for our clients. And that is, as Margaret just shared, providing law firm management services. And so when we spoke last time, there was discussion around some other types of things, but we really do feel that this focus on law firm management is what can make the most helpful impact for our clients. We also adjusted our company name to really accurately reflect that. So that's, as we said, we are Kolibri Law Firm Management. And we feel that that is a great way to express externally our brand and how we help clients and what we do. And I'll say one more thing that's changed. I know we're going to expand on this a little bit later, is we've added to our team. So we've happily added 2 client chiefs of staff. And these are folks who have some unbelievable background in law firm management, and we've hired them to directly work with our clients on their needs. So it's been a busy year since we were last speaking with you all, and we're excited to share those updates today.
That's great. And I know, law firm management is the new theme that you guys are moving forward with and helping out clients with. What I wanted to know are, how are you working with clients to implement new strategies?
Yeah, I'll jump in here. One thing I want to note on the law firm management for not clarification, but to add on to that, because this is a question we get from attorneys a lot, is what does that mean? So within a law firm, if a firm is fortunate enough to have someone at a high level that has experience, they manage everything. So they oversee the entire firm, and that includes being involved in the corporate governance, managing the financial department, the HR, and overseeing the internal people as well as external. So I wanted to add that onto the law firm management, because it's actually, it's a very much in front of the firm position as well as behind the scenes. So how do we manage our clients? So we as Casey noted, it's been a really exciting year for us, and something that we've implemented within the last year is we initially discovered that almost all of the clients we work with have long-term strategic goals. Often they're not sure exactly what those are when we start working with them, and they come to us because they have a pain point. And then after a lot of communication, we usually discover that the pain point is caused by something that they weren't aware of, but also that they do have goals in the future and they want us to help them get there. So we have adopted following the EOS model, which is, if you're not familiar with it, there's a book called Traction by Gino Wickman that really outlines well a model that helps companies stay focused on the big picture and not get caught up in those small details. You know, I think we've all sat in meetings where you end up spending 1 hour talking about the copy machine or something that's not critical when originally the meeting was about another topic. So the EOS model really helps us work with our clients very effectively and efficiently with a proven model to make sure that we're solving the short-term pain points, but we're also looking at the long-term goals.
You know, being a consultant like me, I mean, I can't say my experience is absolute, but working with almost every service industry out there, I've always felt that law firms were almost the most unique of all of the service industries. And the closest thing to sort of being, let's say, like in the real estate business, owning a co-op. Because everybody, you know, it's hard to really take control when you're a managing partner. It's interesting who they pick as managing partners, executive committees. They're not always trained in business or business strategy. So, and I think the culture of law firms are changing so dramatically at the same time, as much as any industry. Do you get involved with counseling your advisor, your clients on the culture and how to evolve the culture as well?
I'll let Casey talk to this, but I will start by saying all the time. It is an incredible focus. And Casey, do you want to jump in and share a little bit about that? Because that's her GM, as we say.
I do. I love talking about culture because I really feel, you know, as Jeff and Evan, and I know Margaret already knows this about me, my background being in marketing, I have kind of adopted this mindset of your internal voice impacting your external brand. And I'm working on a presentation on that right now, and I'm really looking forward to it because I feel strongly that what's happening inside your firm can have such an excellent impact on the way that your firm is perceived from a marketplace brand perspective. So culture is a huge piece of that. And I think we've heard that word more than ever over the last few years because people are more concerned than ever before because of hybrid models or people working remotely. It's very possible to have an excellent culture with people all over the place. And we actually, Margaret and I had a lovely conversation with a colleague yesterday about this exact topic, about culture. And yes, so when it comes to our clients, we feel strongly that from a law firm management perspective, culture is a piece of that puzzle. And it's a very important piece. And it's critical to have people feel that they are aligned and understanding the vision and the goals from the top down. So from this whole perspective of implementing an EOS-like approach of making sure that there's strategic vision, short-term and long-term, the cultural aspect has to be a part of that conversation. Your people, making sure that they're in the right roles, have the right skill sets, and also that they're feeling valued and appreciated, because that's going to come back tenfold for your brand.
Well, that's good because I believe the studies that I've read where culture beats strategy, beats funding, financing category almost 7-1, and it increases with each category. And I do believe in law firms because there's so many people on one side that the alignment between culture and the marketplace has to be very narrow. And then when it's so divergent and far apart, it's hard to really bring in new business. And you need to do this. And attorneys are trained to be hunters. They're not used to hunting in packs. And so, you know, again, working at that culture, understanding the way they're trained is not necessarily the way to grow the firm, that it's a different animal. I think it's important that you're doing this. I like what you're saying.
And Jeffrey, to add on to what you're saying too, Casey, you mentioned earlier that you guys have hired some chiefs of staff. And you know me, I'm a big fan of people outsourcing certain aspects of the business to put more time on your plate to do value-driven activities, which is what a lot of lawyers want to do as their business is growing, but they get bogged down with the details and they can't spend as much time talking to the clients and growing their business. So can you elaborate a little bit more on this chief of staff roles that you're hiring for and how you guys are successfully putting more time back on people's plates?
Yeah, I'll start and then I'll definitely punt it off to Margaret to add to it. You know, one thing we'll note is that we acknowledge managing partners wear a lot of hats. And I would also encourage any listener to read, my colleague Margaret recently wrote a blog article titled this, you know, managing partners, stop wearing so many hats. And it's the truth because they're trying to do so many different things. And our goal through this chief of staff role, Evan, to your point, is to take a few of those hats off of a managing partner's head. These chiefs of staff, they come in, they want to be a trusted advisor. They want to help integrate to drive results. They want to execute on firm goals and really communicate efficiently throughout the firm. And ultimately, we want managing partners to have time back to dedicate to clients or team member growth or whatever part of the practice they'd like to focus on or personal time. So we're looking to relieve that a little bit. And Margaret, I'll let you add on to that too.
Thank you. No, you said it really well, Casey. And I think what I'd like to add to that is, you know, we talk about the goals and in the strategy, and we take things off of the partners' plates, attorneys' plates, by making recommendations, very unbiased recommendations, which at a law firm, you know, it can be hard to drive change because if you're an employee, sometimes you may be hesitant to speak up and give recommendations. So what we do is we come in unbiased, we make recommendations as a lot of consultants do, but then we implement and we stay on board to oversee and make sure that the recommendations that the firm embraces don't stop 6 months down the road. And that really does free up the attorneys we work with. And we also, as part of the model that we follow, is we're very careful and deliberate to make sure that we keep the attorneys that need to know what's happening in the loop. So they do know what's happening at the firm, and we do it in a way that it's not via 10 emails. It's a once a week dedicated meeting, more if needed during situations, but on average, we meet once a week, 90 minutes, and we provide an update on everything that we're working on and provide updates of things that happen within their firm so they take comfort knowing, and they have that control.
I'm going to have to jump in. I'm going to have to jump in our segment time as we sort of run our time. We're going to have you guys back again. Margaret and Casey, if someone's looking for you, wants to know more about the firm, how would they find you?
You're welcome to visit our website, kolibrilaw.com, which outlines how we work with clients and a little bit more about our backgrounds. Okay,
and Evan?
Yes, so, you know, Sapers and Wallack, our logo is right up here. If you go to www.sapers-wallack.com, you'll find myself and the rest of our team of advisors there.
Good. And everybody can find me on the Radio Entrepreneurs website and on LinkedIn, Jeffrey S. Davis. I want to thank you guys for being on the show today, and I look forward to you coming back. You clearly have more to share. This is Radio Entrepreneurs.
Thank you.